from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Thursday, December 22nd, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. A Mahanoy City couple is facing homicide charges in an elder abuse case. 58-year-old John Latshaw Jr. and 53-year-old Dorothy Robinson are charged with causing the death of Latshaw's mother, Elaine Latshaw, by neglecting her while being in charge of her primary care. She lived with them at 325 East South Street. Both are charged with third-degree murder and several other counts. During a 6-hour-long hearing, their attorneys argued that they tried to render proper care but couldn't because of insurance problems. They also argued Elaine Latshaw didn't want to eat. Deborah Wassel, RN supervisor, and Kelly Feaster, social services coordinator, both testified Elaine showed signs of dementia and needed almost constant care. But DA Christine Holman argued that John Latshaw and Robinson were more or less left her in her bedroom to die. She said the couple had fair warning about her failing condition and that doctors at Weatherwood, an assisted living center where she'd stayed for 4 months in 2014, only agreed to discharge the woman if she received 24-hour care. The police officer who found her dead testified he found her lying in a bed on a mattress with no cover, wearing a diaper soaked with bodily fluids, and her left foot appearing black and mummified. District Judge Anthony Kilker ordered all charges held for court. Former Hazleton City Councilwoman Karen Cabell is seeking a bail reduction for arson charges and appears about to get one. Wednesday, Cabell waived her right to a preliminary hearing on 2 arson counts and 1 count of reckless burning felonies. She's been in county prison since November 11th, unable to post $100,000 bail. Her attorney, Charles Ross Jr., petitioned the court for a bail reduction, and District Judge Joseph Zola and the prosecution agreed, provided she stay in the home where the fire occurred, that she's under medical supervision and wears an ankle monitor. But since a district judge can't impose an order for an ankle monitor, it will go to county court. Cabell was charged with setting fire to her home on West 1st Street back in October. Cabell served on city council until her resignation in December of 2012. The city of Hazleton has hired former Hazel Township solicitor Charles Pedri to run its code office. Hazleton's fire department will continue overseeing code enforcement, but Pedri will be in charge of it on a daily basis and supervise health department personnel, permits, and licensing officials, according to Mayor Jeff Cassatt. He'll get a salary of $36,000. Pedri was Hazel Township solicitor for 22 years until he was suspended in early 2015 when supervisors discovered $105,000 missing from an escrow account. He resigned a few months after the money turned up missing and was eventually charged with theft. He pled guilty and was sentenced to 4 years probation. His law license was suspended for 5 years. Cassatt says Pedri will also handle responsibilities of 3 previously existing posts. A code enforcement supervisor position left vacant when Jim Ferry took a job with Luzerne County. A zoning officer post that was held by the late Rick Weck, and an in-house building code official. Today, Governor Tom Wolf, Senator John Yudichak, and State Representative Eddie Day Pashinski announced $125,000 in state funding for the Solomon Creek flood wall in Wilkes-Barre. The money the state will commit will temporarily fix the flood wall and prevent further erosion until a full repair can be made. Almost 2 weeks ago, 40 feet of the Solomon Creek flood wall collapsed. The short-term solution consists of repairing the location with a moment slab style wall for a distance of 48 feet between the existing wall construction joints. Governor Tom Wolf said, quote, "I want to sincerely thank Senator Yudichak, Representative Pashinski, and Mayor George for their swift response and commitment to ensuring the safety of Wilkes-Barre citizens," unquote. Senator Yudichak released a statement saying, quote, "Mayor George has worked nonstop to funding to repair the damaged Solomon Creek flood wall, and with the governor's release of $125,000 in state funds, we are one big step closer to addressing the long-standing problems related to Solomon Creek," unquote. The Hazleton Area School Board appointed a new assistant principal at Valley Elementary School last night. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has the story.
The Hazleton Area School Board held their regularly scheduled monthly meeting last night at the Hazleton Area Career Center. Items on the agenda included the hiring of Matt Scarcella as assistant principal of Valley Elementary School, the hiring of 2 special education teachers, and the approval of 9 teachers' medical leaves. Superintendent of Hazleton Area School District, Dr. Craig Butler, says the district had 7 candidates for the assistant principal position.
The position is at Valley Elementary School, so Mr. Scarcella will be placed there shortly after the break. He was previously a social studies teacher in the district. We went through extensive interviewing on Monday of this week. We had 7 internal candidates. They all did a fine job, and we had a lot of talent in the school district, but Mr. Scarcella rose to the top, and he's very deserving. I'm sure he'll do a fine job at Valley.
The position was open because of a retirement at the castle.
It was kind of a domino effect. The castle, we had a retirement there, Mr. Daniel Denoya, who, by the way, served the district extremely well for many, many years. He decided to retire. His retirement took effect about a month ago. So at that point, we opened the position. In the meantime, we felt we needed to fill the castle vice principal position almost immediately. We did by way of transferring another vice principal, specifically Mr. Urechko, from the Valley to the castle. So that left the opening at the Valley, and tonight, thankfully for the board's support, we were able to fill that.
2 special education teachers were also hired last night for a few reasons.
Part of that is due to increased enrollment and us meeting state specifications in terms of teacher-student ratio and the need for some of our special services to some of the identified population in our schools.
The school board approved the medical leave of 9 teachers in the district, which seems like a large number.
With the size of our district, that might seem startling, but we have over 1,400 employees, over 750 faculty members. So when you look at a list of 9 or 10, you put that in perspective, it's a very low percentage. But I think you need to also keep in mind that in some cases we have an aging faculty.
The next regularly scheduled Hazleton Area School Board meeting will be held on Thursday, January 26th. In Hazel Township for WILN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thank you, Erin. Christmas is just a few days away, but Santa took some time out of his busy schedule to stop by the Helping Hands Society's annual Christmas party. The children have been partying all week, getting ready for the holiday. Today, they shared their day with high school students who were happy to participate in all the fun.
Today is our annual Christmas party with the Health Occupation Students of America, led by Karen Malt. Great group of students that get gifts for our children, all our children that attend school here. And we once again had a visit from Santa Claus, so we were very fortunate today.
The children heard that Santa loves songs, so they prepared something special for his visit.
It's a nice close for the holiday season, and again, we're just so grateful to all the students and Karen Malt and Santa Claus, our staff, the parents, the kids. It's been a great year.
The staff at the Helping Hands Society extended their warm wishes to everyone, hoping that the holiday season is safe and happy. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Christmas is just days away, and the idea of a white Christmas is looking like no more. John Eric Pola is in for Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik tonight and is in the Weather Center with the details. John?
Well, Ann, Christmas Day, probably not going to see a white Christmas, but Christmas Eve, still a possibility of some snow, but a lot of work's going to have to be done in order for that to happen. And we'll talk about that much more later on. And back to you.
Thanks, John. Coming up next, 3 new police officers and 12 new boots on the ground for the city of Hazleton. Find out all the details coming up next. Plus, a newspaper run by students has now officially become a 501c3. WILN's Abby Piskel traveled to Mahanoy City for the big news. All that and more, plus sports with Eric DeBaradinas is coming your way here on WILN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WILN News with Ann Gownley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Erin Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli. And weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
Why do so many Subaru buyers love Fairway Subaru?
By far, Fairway Subaru gave me the best price and the best trade-in.
I've been very pleased with their service.
We actually found what we were looking for right off the lot.
Made sure that the vehicle I was looking for fit my needs. I really feel like a part of their extended family.
Fairway Subaru on Route 309, Hazel Township, or visit us online during the Subaru Share the Love event.
Story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy at making fine candy for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land that Victoria's candies would one day be leading the rest. Now that day is here, for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
Today, the Hazleton City Police Department added 3 new members to their police force. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
Since the 1980s, the Hazleton Police Department have been utilizing canines as patrol officers. Today, the department held a swearing-in ceremony for 3 special canines, Echo, Justice, and Endy. Since the Hazleton Police Department's Canine Division began, there have been 14 patrol officers. Hazleton Police Chief Jerry Spazielli explains the history of the program.
The 3 dogs are dog number 12, 13, and 14. So it's the 14th dog of the Hazleton Police Department's history. The program started in the 80s, and then it kind of died out until the mid-90s, and then it was revived to where it is today. So it's a great program. They're cross-trained. They are both narcotics and patrol dogs, and they serve a purpose. I mean, they work very well for searches, for all the things that we face here in the Hazleton Police Department daily, whether it be a drug search, whether it be the search of a home during a burglary, whether it be a robbery, whether it be some fleeing felon. The dogs are a great asset.
The training the canines had to go through to become a patrol officer lasts several months.
They do go through a training process. I believe it's somewhere in the area of 16 weeks. You have to go through obedience training. You also have to go through narcotics training. You also have to go through bite work. So when you're dealing with cross-trained dogs from having dogs in other agencies, I know that we had dogs that would have to first go through the obedience training, then they would go through the narcotics training, and then they would go through the bite work. So it's a combination of 3 venues that they actually work in.
Spazielli says the department uses the dogs to balance crime-fighting efforts.
Canines have been around for decades with law enforcement. They're a useful tool as long as you use them, appropriately. And all I can tell you is that we balance our vigorous crime-fighting efforts with just as vigorous protection of constitutional rights and civil liberties. And that's what we use our canine program for.
To make a donation to the department's Canine Division, you can make a check payable to the Hazleton Police Canine Fund, City Hall, 40 North Church Street in Hazleton. In Hazleton, for WILN News, I'm Aaron Harvey.
Thank you, Aaron. Coming up next, John Eric Poli is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, Coal Cracker newspaper has some exciting news for the area. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
This is Mrs. Claus. I'm here in Hazleton visiting some of my very good friends. And I want to take a moment to just wish all of you a very, very Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Personal cancer care is close to home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton has been providing radiation therapies to cancer patients for 30 years. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer and need radiation therapy and would like to learn more about our treatments, let our compassionate, experienced team of experts help you. No reason to travel out of town for same services that are only minutes away from your home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton, 1701 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Close to home.
Why do so many Subaru buyers love Fairway Subaru?
By far, Fairway Subaru gave me the best price and the best trade-in.
I've been very pleased with their service.
We actually found what we were looking for right off the lot.
Made sure that the vehicle I was looking for fit my needs. I really feel like a part of their extended family.
Fairway Subaru on Route 309, Hazel Township, or visit us online during the Subaru Share the Love event.
Well, right now I'm standing outside, wind's blowing, and there's some flurries coming down, but it's okay, and I'm going to tell you why. This morning, low 40s. And why was that good? I got to wash my car. I'm sure most of you did the same thing. Anyone see the line at the car wash this morning? Jammed, and that's what you call nice, warm weather for this time of the year. I know before we know it, 50 degrees, we'll be wearing shorts. Now, well, hey, we're froze. And, you know, right now, temperatures, as you're about to see, coming in at 32 degrees right now, and as we see the wind there, around 3-4 miles per hour, really not too bad wind-wise there, but you know, 32 degrees, that dropped about 10 degrees from where it was at this morning. As I said earlier, a very nice day. Dew point 26, humidity around 79%. Some pressure there, but no rainfall, but we're going to see possible change in that with these flurries that are coming down right about now. Now we're going to get into our highs and lows of the day. High temperature, 39 degrees here. I said other spots in the 40s. Time of the high came at 11:20 this morning. The low, though, 31 degrees. That was at 3 o'clock this morning, and right now we're not too far off that low at 32. Wind gusts coming in at 25 miles per hour. Now we're going to get into the state temperatures here. And now, as you see, some spots had sun. Now, you're probably saying, where'd that sun go? And the reason why that sun had left us is right above the state of Pennsylvania here in New York area. That was cloudy. The clouds actually came straight down through Pennsylvania, especially through our area. That blocked the sun, but we did have sun for most of the day. Now let's get into the wind speeds here. Windy day, state of Pennsylvania here. Look at the middle of the state out in State College there, 22 miles per hour blowing around. Johnstown, 28. And as I said before, winds blowing out there now a little bit, as we see with the flurries. And 7-day forecast coming now in front of you. Now, like I said before, if you take a look Saturday, there's a chance of rain early in the morning. Now, we're going to expect sun most of the day. There is a chance of snow, though, on Christmas Eve, and that snow is going to happen depending on elevation and depending on temperature. When the if the rain starts in the morning, it's below 32 degrees, you might see some flurries in the mix. But it overall should be a nice day, nice weekend for the holidays, which is what we like to see. We'll have much more coming your way after these messages.
For the holidays, take your family to Bonanza Steakhouse for these specials. Tuesdays, half-pound USDA choice sizzling sirloin, only $8.99. And Thursday's special, 5 boneless country ribs or a half rack of baby back ribs, only $8.99. Both specials come with your choice of one side, and if you want to add the buffet, just $4.50. Can't forget Seniors Wednesdays, $1 off any platter. All this and more at Bonanza Steakhouse.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
Shop and save at Crotic Jewelers this holiday, offering Pulsar, Seiko, and Jules Jurgensen watches at 40% off, diamond and gemstone rings 30% off, and a wide variety of in-store discounts. Located at the 22nd Street Plaza in Hazleton. Call 570-459-1810.
Hold on a second.
Baby's coming.
Now?
Yes, now.
Call you back. Did she go to the hospital?
Just a few minutes ago.
Your wife's having the baby. What? The baby. Go. I got this. You're sure? It's what I did when I started this place.
We know what went into building your wealth. Our financial advisors put the same care into helping you craft a plan to manage it. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
A youth-led media outlet in Schuylkill County has come a long way since its inception. WYLN's Abby Piskel has the details.
Coal Cracker is a quarterly print and online youth-led media outlet based in Mahanoy City for children ages 12 to 18. The paper is a project of Coal Cracker Kids, which recently became a 501c3 public charity thanks to startup funding from the nonprofit local news support organization, the Community Reporting Alliance.
Coal Cracker Kids recently became a 501c3 nonprofit organization in August, and we have an energetic volunteer board of directors with 3 members, and we are really looking forward to the exciting projects ahead in 2017, including our new project coordinator, our new editor, Serena, acquisition of the Mahanoy City Lumber Company, and eventual renovation of that property as a base of operations for Coal Cracker Kids.
The Coal Cracker journalists focus on news from all over the Mahanoy City area. They cover topics such as local events and meetings, creative writings, and even a column called Know Your Neighbor. The writers meet together and discuss different ideas so that there's something for everyone.
It's fun. I like it because we're just kids and older people get to read our writings, and we do pretty good on them.
It's a great way to show how important you can make a difference. Mahanoy City is a small town, but you could still get involved in a lot of activities and things like that.
New editor of the paper, Serena Bennett, has been a part of the paper since its first issue and has watched the paper grow into what it is today.
When Coal Cracker first started, there wasn't a lot of members. It was kind of just whoever the creators of it knew. But now we have people from, I think, 6th grade into 12th. We have a lot of new members. We have a new meeting place, and we're now a nonprofit organization. It's gotten pretty big.
The winter 2016 issue of the paper just came out and is available at many locations around Mahanoy City, Shenandoah, and Barnesville, or you can read articles at coalcrackerkids.com. For WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. Coming up next, Eric D. Baradinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, John Eric Polai will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
The Victoria story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy
At making fine candy
for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land
that Victoria's candies
would one day be leading the rest.
Now that day is here,
For the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
The holiday season is in full swing at Stewart's Flower Shop and Greenhouse. Stop in for beautiful, unique, colored poinsettias from single bloom to 5 branches. Stewart's Flower Shop and Greenhouse, where creativity and personal attention make a beautiful arrangement.
Two weeks ago, when Stan DeCoste retired as Marian Catholic head coach after 40 years, he said his hopes were to have his replacement in place after the holidays. It didn't even take that long. Today, in his role as athletic director, DeCoste announced that former Colt Pat Morgans has been hired as Marian's new head coach. Morgans graduated in 1986 and went on to play in college at Bucknell. This will be his first head coaching position, but Morgans has been an assistant for 24 seasons, including 12 with the Colts, 9 at Jim Thorpe, where he is currently a teacher, 2 at Blue Mountain, and 1 year at Palmerton. In 2016, Marian Catholic went 7-5, falling in the District 11 Single A championship game. Why should we bring you back next year? Well, I won the championship in my first year. A presumed negotiation and conversation between the Rail Riders and Al Pedrique. Today, the club announced that Pedrique will be returning as Scranton Wilkes-Barre's manager in 2017, the season after capturing the Governor's Cup, AAA title, and International League Manager of the Year honors. Pitching coach Tommy Phelps will also be back. The Rail Riders add PJ Pilatar as the new hitting coach and Doug Davis, a Bloomsburg native, as their defensive coach, with a few more additions to come. Scranton Wilkes-Barre opens as the defending champions on the road in Buffalo on April 6, 2017. Already into divisional play and local basketball. The Schuylkill League started Monday and Tuesday. Last night, the Wyoming Valley Conference followed suit in girls basketball. A big meeting in Mountaintop, Pittston at Crestwood. First quarter, Lady Comets up 9-5. The Lady Patriots with a quick 5-point spurt. Alexa Moon buries it from deep. Then Sarah Hopkins responds with a 3 of her own for Crestwood, but Pittston closes the half on a 12-0 run, and they win it 55-41 is your final. Hazleton as a program way ahead of Coughlin at this point. Lady Cougars freshman Marissa Tribalpiece way ahead of other players. Opens with a miss, but follows for the make. And we keep it on her in that full court Hazleton press that constantly causes issues. The turnover is forced. It's another Tribalpiece score and a quick 4-0 advantage. And that's pretty much how the whole night went. Lady Cougars improved to 3-1 with a 55-19 victory. Tonight on Late Edition Sports, well, lots of hoops highlights from across the area featuring boys basketball in both the Schuylkill League and Wyoming Valley Conference. For now, that's it for sports. Stay tuned.
The L.C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton proudly presents 1224, Wednesday, December 28th at 7 p.m. This Christmas concert combines holiday music with a theatrical rock edge and a musical storyline to create a holiday show suitable for fans of all ages. 1224, featuring the music of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra as well as their own holiday creations. It's the magic of Christmas brought to life at every show. Make sure you stop in the Cheese Store and More for a wonderful gift basket or two. Check out their imported gifts, cheeses, and snacks that are perfect for this holiday season. Call or stop in today and remember to check their holiday hours.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food, from breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
WYLN-CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA, during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
Here's the Fairway Subaru 7-day forecast. Fairway Subaru is proud to support a Make-A-Wish Foundation of Greater PA with a $250 Subaru donation in connection with the Share the Love event, helping to share even more love right here in our community through January 3rd. As you see, really not too bad out there, and like I said before, possibility of a little bit of snow on Christmas Eve, so hey, I guess after all we might have maybe some white Christmas ideas, right? I mean, not on Christmas, but
no,
Christmas Eve.
But I did say on the snow, on the ground, on the grass.
That's all it has to count for you, one at
Right.
Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That's all that matters for you.
Yeah, I guess so, right? Because both are Christmas, in a sense. It's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and
There's
it's not
a
on the
chance.
roads for the people that have to drive. And
Make it happen.
All right. Well, you heard it here from John, so we'll see what happens. Have a good night, everyone.